Good evening, I'm Tracina Gray with a CTV News update. The United States is rocked by another mass shooting. The latest erupted at a Fedex facility in Indianapolis last night. 8 people were gunned down. Investigators say the shooter took his own life, bringing the death toll to 9. At least 5 others were injured. Investigators say the gunman pulled up to the facility, got out of his car with a long gun and started shooting at people. 4 were killed outside. The gunman then went inside the building and killed 4 more inside.
We know that there was, or we believe that there was a rifle involved. We don't have the specifics on the weapon yet, as again, we're still processing that. All that hasn't been collected yet. But we do believe right now that he had a rifle. So we're making sure that we have correctly identified the car that we believe that he showed up in, and then absolutely, we will process that as part of the crime scene.
The Fedex shooting is the 3rd mass shooting in Indianapolis this year. A founding member of the Oath Keepers is expected to plead guilty today for his role in the Capitol insurrection. John Ryan Schaefer and hundreds of supporters of former President Trump stormed the Capitol on January 6th, resulting in the deaths of several people. Schaefer is expected to cooperate with authorities and testify against several defendants. More than 400 people have been charged in connection with the insurrection. Congressman Anthony Brown commends the president's decision to withdraw U.S. troops from Afghanistan. President Biden's plan is to pull out more than 2,500 American forces by September 11th. After Biden's announcement, NATO agreed to pull out about 7,000 troops. Brown, a retired military veteran, says Biden's plan would mitigate the risks associated with withdrawing troops.
So with moving the date to September, it gives us the opportunity to do an orderly and safe and secure withdrawal of not only people, but of the tons of equipment and supplies that are in Afghanistan that we need to remove from that country.
The war in Afghanistan has killed more than 2,200 American troops. Meanwhile, the state's coronavirus numbers continue to go up. The Maryland Health Department reports 1,500 new cases in the last 24 hours. An additional 16 Marylanders died from the virus. This brings the state's total death toll to more than 8,300. Currently, more than 1,200 residents are in the hospital with COVID-19. Maryland officials say more than 2,700 residents died of drug overdoses last year. That's a 16.6% increase from 2019. Every jurisdiction in the state reported opioid-related deaths in 2020. Baltimore City had the highest with 954 deaths. Officials say the pandemic has been a factor in higher overdose numbers. You're watching CTV News. I'm Tracina Gray. Back in a moment.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those 2 girls.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
I moved to Florida with literally pennies in my pocket and a prayer. I needed a new start. Dacian looks like a very typical 3-year-old until you ask him, "What's your name? How old are you?" My son has a lot of behaviors that would show as being autistic. Most kids can tolerate a variety of foods, but unfortunately for Dacian, everything has to be organic and raw. I wasn't ashamed to go to the food pantries. It's expensive to eat healthy, and nutrition is very important to Dacian's health. The healthy organic food that we receive dramatically helped his social skills. Most people would say she really doesn't have much of a life. But to me, I have everything right there next to me and my son.
I am what child hunger looks like in America. I am a 9-year-old boy who hopes a friend invites me to a sleepover so I can have dinner. I am a 15-year-old girl who goes for walks during lunch so my friends won't know I don't have anything to eat. I am a 13-year-old boy who gets into fights at school just because I'm hungry. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger. Kids you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Welcome back. Montgomery County officials announced rent relief phase 3 is open for applications. $59 million is available to tenants who are behind in rent due to COVID. The funds come from the U.S. Department of Treasury's Rental Assistance Program. It will provide up to $12,000 or 15 months of assistance to eligible households. Here are the requirements.
County residents do have requirements. They have to certify that their income is under a certain amount. They have to certify that the lost income was due to COVID-19. So it has to be a COVID-19 related loss of income. They have to be at least $1,000 behind in rent, and they have to have been a resident of Montgomery County since August 2020.
To apply, go to the web address at the bottom of your screen. County Executive Angela Alsobrooks aims to keep Prince George's clean and beautiful. She announced several beautification initiatives yesterday. They include a litter reduction and illegal dumping task force. This group will work with the state's attorney's office to expand an illegal dumping camera monitoring program.
I got these cameras that we're going to move around and we're going to take people's picture. And for those who have misbehaved, we're going to send them straight to the state's attorney's office. We have 6 cases right now pending in the state's attorney's office. We know that everything has been slow because of COVID. We're hoping as it opens back up, we'll be able to have those cases prosecuted for those who think that Prince George's is an okay place to illegally dump stuff.
Alsobrooks is also encouraging everyone to participate in the Growing Green with Pride event on May 1st. The president of the Prince George's County Young Democrats is tackling their local litter problem. Martin Mitchell and a local store owner are hosting a cleanup event on Laurel's Main Street tomorrow at 9 a.m. So far, more than 14 people have signed up to help. Mitchell says that the more people that tidy up their communities, the more they will care about them.
It's kind of like the broken window theory. When you go into a community and, if the window is broken, then you go back a few weeks later, that window is still broken. It obviously speaks volume about how much that community cares about the appearance. So yeah, I mean, you'll feel more a part of the community. And then one of the things I will say is you don't really notice how much trash there is until you start cleaning sometimes.
The meeting place is at C Street and Main Street. For more information, contact Mitchell Martin, 1549@gmail.com. And we'll have more news in a moment. Stay tuned.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Now I'm anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
For the latest information on COVID-19 in Maryland, visit the State Health Department website. That's health.maryland.gov. Again, health.maryland.gov. Click the link to the COVID-19 information portal. There you'll find all the latest information about coronavirus. You'll find daily updates on cases and fatalities. Answers to questions about testing and the governor's stay-at-home order are available as well. For specific information about Prince George's, visit princegeorgescountymd.gov. That's princegeorgescountymd.gov. The site offers information about local services for residents and businesses. There's a link for COVID-19 relief donations. Also, food pantry locations are listed. And if you have any questions, call the county COVID-19 hotline at 301-883-6627. That's 301-883-6627.
County police are looking for the person who shot and killed one man and wounded another yesterday afternoon in Marlow Heights. 18-year-old Tyreek Williams of Virginia was killed. The other adult suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The incident happened at around 4 on the 4200 block of 28th Avenue. Police found Williams' body in a parking lot. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call police. Meanwhile, a Prince George's leader is hosting a special event this weekend. At-large council member Calvin Hawkins is hosting the first annual Second Chance Community Walk on Sunday. It's in partnership with Maryland Black Mayors. Hawkins says there will also be information about re-entry programs in the community. Hawkins, who served time in prison in his 20s, says this is his way of giving back.
I made some mistakes in my life and ended up serving 5 years and 9 months of my life in prison from the age 22 to 27. I was in a Bowie state, made some mistakes, did some time, never made an excuse for the problems that I experienced and that resulted in my incarceration. But I've been fortunate enough to do some things in my life with the help of so many other people of goodwill.
Anyone can participate. Registration starts at 12:30 at Fairwood Community Park in Bowie. Let's get a quick check on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 44. Saturday, increasing clouds with a high near 62 and a low around 46. Sunday, partly cloudy with a slight chance of rain. Temperatures reach a high near 65 and a low around 47. Monday, mostly sunny with a chance of morning showers. Daytime highs near 66 with a low around 47 degrees. And now for the community calendar. Attention parents. Prince George's County Public Schools are accepting late lottery applications for young scholars interested in the immersion programs. Applicants entering kindergarten must be 5 by September 1st and live within school boundaries. There will also be a limited amount of first grade seats available. Students must be 6 by September 1st and live within the correct boundaries. For more information, visit www.pgcps.org/lottery. And that wraps up our newscast this evening. Join us again Monday at 4:30 p.m. Good night.